You've heard that all men are created equal in the eyes of God, the Declaration of Independence. That's gone. We're not created equal anymore in 2021 America. No. The official policy of the Biden administration is equity, not equality. Do you know what equity is? It's not like having equity in a home or equity in a Mercedes Benz. No. Equity is outcome of life. So Joe Biden and his administration believes that it is the federal government's responsibility, moral responsibility, to impose equity on America. And tomorrow at the White House is Equity Day, where President Biden will sign some executive orders. All right, he's going to establish a policing commission at the federal level to basically tell local police forces what to do. And if they don't do it, they're going to get in trouble with the feds in a variety of ways. All right, he's expected to sign an executive order directing the Department of Justice to improve prison conditions. That's not a bad thing. There's far too much violence in state and local jails and federal penitentiaries too. You remember the organized crime boss Whitey Bulger was executed in a federal penitentiary. Gangs dominate prisons. That's got to stop. So that executive order is not a bad thing. I don't believe the federal government can control it, but I'm happy to see that. Another executive order avows that there will be no discrimination against any minority group, including Native Americans, Asian Americans, Pacific Islander American, every LGBT, you name it. The federal government is outlawing any discrimination. Now you would say, well, we already have that. We already have anti-discrimination laws, but no, this goes a lot further. All right? This says that the federal government will give these groups extra privileges than the Caucasians have. They get more from the federal government than white people do. And the justification is that because of past historical injustice against all minority groups, gays, transsexuals, whatever it may be, because they were treated poorly in the past. Now the federal government is giving them most favored person status. And they're never going to tell you that. Remember most favored nation status? This is most favored person status. Now, Biden never in a million years would admit to this, but this is what it is. All right? Now, the equity is being headed up by our old friend, Susan Rice. And Ms. Rice says she'll head a, quote, robust interagency process to hold the federal government accountable for advancing equity, she uses the word, for families across America. What about people who don't have families? They're in there too. All right? So this whole thing is by design. It began under the Obama administration. Trump, of course, wiped it off the face of the earth. But it's back, and back in a big way. Now, let me give you some examples of things that will happen under the Biden administration in the equity zone, okay? So if you are a minority, you will not be able to be fired for anything, all right? You have job assurance for life. If you object to that, so say you're an employer and say you have some minority people not doing the job or even misbehaving at work, you can't fire them. And if you try, then you'll be charged with racial discrimination. And if you object to the policy, you're a bigot. Okay, you're a bigot. You cannot object to this. So all the Republicans who will object, they're all bigots and homophobes, and they are not worth listening to. And even further, they'll try to cancel them, fire them, hurt them. If you object to this equity policy, you'll get hurt. So therefore, people will be afraid to object. Many employers will be afraid to object. Well, Joe Biden is going to be president, and we may be in for some economic uncertainty. That's why now more than ever, I recommend you diversify with gold and silver. The only company I recommend is American Hartford Gold. So please call them right now and tell them Bill O'Reilly sent you, and they will give you up to $1,500 of free silver on your first order. Now, since I've been recommending American Hartford Gold, gold itself up over 40%, silver up over 60%. So don't wait. Call 866-501-5201. That's 866-501-5201, or text BILL to 65532. Bill O'Reilly here. Thank you for watching this video, and make sure you subscribe to the First TV YouTube page. Just hit the big red subscribe button below, and you'll get clips and highlights of my program, The No Spin News, every single day. We'll see you soon.